So here we are in, where are we, mid-November. Garden is past its best, I think it's fair to say. Although actually we've still got some colour. Down here we've got some lilies still in flower. These were bulbs we bought at the Hampton Court Flower Show in July and I forgot to plant until about mid-August. So they're now in flower, which has been lovely. Great splash of colour. You look a bit dog-eared now. And then here we've got chrysanthemums. We've got some primroses in flower already. Still got some pelargoniums, another purple chrysanthemum there. Still some fuchsias in flower and a rather lovely dark cyclamen. And there's a sweet william in flower as well, which is very pretty. I think that's Amazon purple, that one. Or is it Amazon neon? Can't remember. Coming around here, got some winter salad leaves on the go there. Some more chrysanths. Everything else looking a little bit the worse for wear as it is the end of the season. Banana plant still hanging on in there. So if I just come up here, that's the dahlias. Flowers have just suddenly stopped. So obviously there's been, I think we may have had a slight frost. In fact, I know we had a slight frost a couple of nights ago. So, and the banana is looking a bit raggedy. Really waiting for a harder frost to hit that to blacken the foliage, and then I can just cut it all that down and wrap it for winter. Coming around, looking at the big bed. It's all looking a bit overgrown, a bit of a mess. One of these days I need to get in there and actually tidy it all up. Yeah, sweet peas are over there on the obelisk. Just coming down here to the table, there's bulbs sat there waiting to be planted. Now don't be deceived by the 2 little packs of tulip bulbs. I think I've got 3 boxes of bulbs. I must have thousands of the little things to plant. So that's today's job, so waiting to get started on that. But I just thought I'd do a quick vlog before we started. So walking down the garden, the arch is looking fantastic still covered in Cobia scandens, which still has a bit of flower on, but the foliage is just fantastic. It's really worked well this year. So yeah, let's look down here. Yeah, there's the dahlias looking a bit sorry for themselves. Again, when a frost hits them, blackens the foliage, I'll cut those down and get a shot of them. Banana there that's going to need to be wrapped underneath the big one. Coming round, into the greenhouse there. Come through the arch. So, vegetable bed, beans, there's actually a few beans on here which I need to harvest today, might try and eat those this evening. Winter veg looking okay, there's some Cavolo Nero there, and there's some Ragged Jack kales and various kales and cabbages and sprouts and things there. Potatoes at the back are now the late crop, which now need to be pulled. Parsnips there waiting to be pulled as well, but again I'm waiting for those to be frosted so that they sweeten up. While I'm stood here, gingers here, I think this corner of the garden got frost, literally just this corner, a couple of nights ago, and I'll show you some more evidence of that in a minute, but that ginger is suddenly looking very unhappy. So I'm going to cut that down and put that in the greenhouse, hopefully today. Coming around here, past the hanging baskets, which all need planting up. Lots of seedlings for next year, which all need potting up and then putting somewhere, not quite sure where. Ricinus still looking really good in the bed at the back, the dark one and the big green one. They've done very well this year, actually, I've been pleased with those. Grass is suddenly gone over, but the heads are fantastic, so we'll leave those. Coming around here, there's my rather messy working area at the back. We've emptied the fountain already, because last year we forgot to do it, and it got frozen and it cracked. In fact, you can see the evidence just at the top of the largest of those boxes on its side. You can just see this bit of white area. That's where I've had to seal it again, where it cracked last year. Coming around here, shed's doors open. And there's the arch and the Cobia scandens. So let's just zoom in here a bit. And there's the Cobia scandens, still in flower, which is lovely. So, if you'll excuse the rather quick pan round here, I'm actually just want to show you in the greenhouse what I've been up to. Finally cleared this out last weekend and or 2 weekends ago, and moved all the grow bags out. In fact, turning around here, grow bags are now stacked there. And as soon as the dahlias are gone, or the dahlia foliage is gone, those will be emptied onto the dahlia bed there to mulch them for the winter. But yeah, if I just come back around to the greenhouse, just a few tender plants already in here. Evidence there, that's a sulphur candle, which I burnt last weekend, and I have to say it appears to have done the job. There's nothing in the way of insect life or mites or whatever in here, so I had to seal the whole thing, which is still sealed there. But it just seemed to have worked well. But here's the evidence of frost, unfortunately. It's an Aeonium Schwarzkopf and another Aeonium there. We're outside, and as I say, just this back corner of the garden seemed to have got it. Everything else will be fine. This one's not looking happy either. So I think they may be goners, but I'll keep them till spring, see if they survive. Whereas that one, luckily, was in the shed, so that one's fine. But I'll be really sorry if I lose those, because they're lovely plants. Also in here, what have we got in here? We've got a couple of nerines. That was a very special nerine. That's Nerine Curiosity, which I picked up at the RHS Flower Show. and it's a pink with a blue stripe in it. It's really unusual. In fact, the guy who sold it to me reckoned he has the only plants in the country of that. So I now have the second plant in the country of that. That's Nerine Curiosity. And there's various succulents there that I bought. Well, in fact, I didn't buy them. Cuttings I took at the hotel that we stayed at in Mykonos when we were there in September. And the hotel owner very kindly let me take some cuttings, brought them back, rooted them, and they all look quite happy. So I think that's probably it for the moment. Let's just turn back around there. That's a slightly better closing shot, isn't it? There's a slightly sorry looking gingers. So yeah, mid-November, and we're back soon.